Hi guys, Andy Henderson here from Remax. Just want to start this video off by saying I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. Hopefully you were able to spend some time with your family, and I hope Santa Claus brought you everything that you were looking for. However, in today's video, I want to talk about the 3 things that you must do to ensure you get the highest possible price for your property. So an easy way to remember these 3 things is the 3 P's, because they all start with the letter P. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the price. So you must get the marketing price of the property correct. The reason being, if the property is priced too high, you won't get the initial interest that you're after, and the home might end up just sitting on the market. And usually what tends to happen is the longer a property sits on the market, the less chance it has of selling. So we definitely don't want that to happen. We definitely don't want to overprice. On the other hand, we definitely don't want to underprice either, because what then tends to happen if you underprice the property is that you get people in the door who can't afford to pay the price that you want. So the price of the property has to be spot on. Now, this all depends on how well the market is doing at the moment in time. So we could get the home report back on a property, say for example, for easiness, it was 200,000. If the market was fairly strong, what I tend to do is market the property offers over what it's valued at. If the market maybe isn't so strong, maybe it's a buyer's market, you maybe market it slightly under and try and get a lot of people through the door and then create the interest, and then you can achieve the price that you're looking for. So that is the first P that we cover. Number 1, price. So the second P that we're going to move on to is preparation. Now this is really important because you need to prepare the home for sale. So doing things like paint touch-ups, or for example, if there's a hole in the wall, get a plasterer to come and plaster the wall and paint over it. For example, if there's a tear in the carpet, replace the carpet or put some flooring down. Another big one is, in the shower, the grout in between the tiles. A lot of the time, this tends to get quite dirty. Just over time, you can get that regrouted, or you can get a little pen that does in between the grouts, just to make the home look as fresh and as clean as possible. So when we're preparing the home for sale, we don't just want to look at the inside, we also need to remember about the outside as well. So make sure that the garden is neat and tidy, make sure the grass has been cut. If the front door needs painted, for example, paint the front door, because we want the home to look as best as it can from the outside as well as best as it can in the inside. So that is number 2, preparation. So last but certainly not least is P number 3, promotion. So this is something that your estate agent needs to do. So you need to ensure that you pick an estate agent that's going to actively promote the property and not just put it on the market and let it sit there. So this involves doing things like contacting previous viewers who have maybe viewed properties in the same area or the same size and seeing if they're still in the market for a property. It also includes, putting posts on Facebook and pushing the post out to as many people as possible. So for example, maybe putting an advert on Facebook and putting some money behind the post and putting it out to the whole of Dundee or the whole of the area. You can target certain areas on Facebook. You really need to be pushing the listing out to as many people as possible, because at the end of the day, the more exposure you give the property, the more people you're going to get in the door, and the more people you get in the door, the more offers you're going to get, and as soon as you've got 2 or more offers, you've got leverage to negotiate a higher price. So all these things really come into it in terms of exposure. So you need to ensure that your estate agent is going to promote the property and not just have it sit there on the market. So all these 3 P's, when done together, will definitely ensure that you give your property the best chance of selling for the highest possible price. Because if you're thinking of selling your property in the new year 2021, then please get in touch with me. We can schedule a time. I'll come out to the property, we'll have a walk around, I'll tell you the value, we'll sit down, I'll explain a bit about my service, and I'll explain to you the 5 steps that we're going to take to ensure that you get the highest possible price in the shortest possible time. Take care guys, I hope everyone has a lovely new year. Cheers.